Soil is defined by dictionary as the accumulation of unconsolidated sediments and deposit of solid particles as a result from the disintegration of rocks. This means that soil is basically the disintegration of rocks, providing all of its minerals that serves as a natural medium for the growth of land plants. This means that soil can never be traced back to a point of origin due to its always being here. We have never, the Homo sapiens, been able to study it because since our existence first began, soil has always been here to accompany us with land plants for us to eat and for us to take advantage of. Soil layers can be divided in six. First of all, we have the O horizon. The O horizon is the top organic layer of soil made up mostly by leaf litter and humus, which is decomposed organic matter. It is followed by the A horizon. This layer is also called topsoil. It's found below the O horizon and above the E horizon. Seeds germinate and plant roots grow in this dark colored layer. It is made up of humus, which is decomposed organic matter, mixed with mineral particles. The E horizon is the alluviation, which is leaching. Layer is light in color. This layer is beneath the A horizon and above the B horizon. It is made up mostly of sand and silt, having most of its minerals and clay as water dips through the soil in alluviation. The B horizon, which is also called the subsoil, is the layer beneath the E horizon and above the C horizon. It contains clay and mineral deposits like iron, aluminum oxides, and calcium carbonate that it receives from layers above it where mineralized water dips from the soil above. The C horizon, which is also called the regolith, is the layer beneath the B horizon and above the R horizon. It consists of lightly broken up bedrock. Plant roots do not penetrate into this layer. Very little organic material is found in this layer. The R horizon is the last soil layer. It is the unweathered rock, bedrock layer that is beneath all of the others. Erosion is described as the action of surface processes like water flows or wind flows that remove soil, rock, or soil materials from one location on Earth's crust and then transport it away to another. This means that erosion is basically a process with involving water flow or wind flow which move rock, soil, or the soil materials from one place to another and make generally cracks or wide open spaces within the soil. Erosion may also lead to some really serious soil problems. All soils can suffer from erosion, but some are more vulnerable than others. Soils with dispersible, which means that they're far apart, subsoils, for example, are subject to more serious erosion by tunneling, which is the erosions underneath the water, which means that the underground of the formation of the soil that we see is taking wear, or a gully formation type of erosion, which basically means that the gully that is when runoff concentrates and flows strongly enough to detach and move soil particles, creating basically a crater along the path of the soil. A good way to stop this. The three main ways to control erosions are to use the land according to its capability, meaning not pushing the land and not growing way too many things in a land that it's not capable of it. Protecting the soil surface from it with some kind of cover, meaning growing something in the soil, not just leaving it open. And control runoff before it develops into an erosion forces, which means that basically if you see something weird happening with your soil, take care of it, don't just let it see what happens. Desertification is a process in which a relatively dry area of a land becomes increasingly acid, typically losing its bodies of water as well as vegetation and wildlife. It is caused by a variety of factors, which are mainly climate change and overexploitation of soil through human activity. Some of the consequences of desertification is farming becomes next to impossible. There's also hunger, flooding, poor water quality, overpopulation, and poverty. Some of the solutions proposed for desertification is that policy changes related to how people confront limiting the possibilities of exploiting the land. Policy changes to other types of land use, meaning that different lands have different uses for different things. Education, making people more responsible for soil and taking care of it. Technology advances to prevent this, putting together rehabilitation efforts, meaning putting more water in the soil, and sustainable practices to prevent desertification from happening. Acidification occurs when base cations such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium are leached from the soil. This leaching increases with increasing precipitation. Acid rain accelerates the leaching of bases. Some of the consequences of acidity is that it can lead to elemental toxicities for plants. It can cause limited availability of some macronutrients and micronutrients. Some of the treatments that are available to solve acidity are dolomitic limestone, quicklime, hydrated lime, marl, chalk, oyster shell, wood ashes, or fluid lime. Thank you for your attention. Information gathered from es.mendeleo.cs, enchantedlearning.com, Queensland Government, Wikipedia, conservatoryfuture.com, agric.wa.gov.au, and from slideshare.net. Thank you.